Hi guys, welcome to my channel or back to my channel if you are subscribed, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I did notice that we do have a lot of new people here, and I'm sure a lot of you came from my video about when I got my septum pierced, and if you did, thank you so much. I haven't really uploaded anything because that video has a lot of views and I really wasn't sure what you guys wanted to see, so let me know in the comments below what type of videos you want to see and I can make them. I have a lot of stories I can tell, so if you want that type of stuff, let me know. So I actually went and got my septum re-pierced. I haven't changed my jewelry yet, so I still have the little jewelry in. So much better, really good experience. I actually got it pierced by the fastest piercer in the world. He actually holds a record in the Guinness Book of Records, and lucky enough he lives in my town, so I went and got done by him, and he was extremely fast and he was really good. I'm actually going to flip it up for the video because I'm a little bit sick and it's just a little bit gross having it out when you're sick, you know what I mean? In this video I'm going to be telling you a story about when I was sent to the totally wrong place by a flight agency. Okay. So I feel like my hair is like blending into my shirt. Is it? Like I fully did it and everything. You can't even like tell like what. That's a problem. So booked a trip with a travel agency called Flight Centre here in Australia. So this is why I'll never fly with Flight Centre ever again. So this happened about 6 years ago. I was going to America to go over for a sporting event, and me and my family had never done something like that before. You know, booking stuff online wasn't like super readily available like it is now. So we went to a flight center. We thought, you know, that's the best way to go. They're gonna give us the best deal. If anything goes wrong, it's on them. That's what you think. Went to the flight agency, told her exactly where I wanted to go. So where I needed to go for this sporting event was Daytona Beach, Florida. If you're not from America, I'll put something here maybe and show you where that is. So my flights were Sydney to Bangkok and then Bangkok to LA, or Sydney straight to LA. I actually don't really remember because it was a while ago. So anyway, got to LA, and that airport, one is like mental, really confusing and like old. It's really old. Like to me it just seemed really old compared to like other airports I've been to in other countries and especially in Australia. Flew into LA, got our baggage, then went to like another part of the airport or something, then got on a flight to Atlanta. So I went LA to Atlanta, waited in the airport, got a little ticket. Now like on your little ticket you get for your flight, it doesn't actually say like Sydney, it'll say SYD. It doesn't say like Brisbane, it'll say BRN and like stuff like that. So it's all shortened on your ticket. So we've got to Atlanta, we've looked at our next set of tickets. If you can hear that, it's my bird in the background saying hey and oi. Looked at our ticket, I said gate whatever 57. So we've walked down to gate 57 and we had about an hour between our flights. So my dad was flying with my father. My dad went to have a sleep in the like lounge. I went to Starbucks because it was the first time I was in America and I wanted to try Starbucks. So I went and got a Starbucks. Walked down to our terminal, was sitting there, and I don't know if it's because like my father and I were just really jet lagged and tired. Like I don't recall listening to any of the PA stuff like at all for that flight. Anyway, walked up, gave them our tickets, scanned them through, got in the plane. Literally got in the plane. The seat that I had was a window seat. There wasn't even a window, but my dad was in front of me in window seat. I've gone straight to sleep and he's gone straight to sleep, like buckled in, went to sleep. Didn't even listen to them saying, oh, there's fucking say exits are here and whatever. I slept for the whole flight to our destination, and Dad said he woke up about halfway through and was looking out the window and going, this doesn't look right. Like where we're going, there should be sand and beach. Still didn't think anything of it. Get into the destination, get all of our baggage, walk out of the airport, walked over to the cab rank, got into the cab, put all of our shit in, and my dad, I said to the taxi driver, the address where we're staying. And the taxi driver's gone, oh, I don't know where that is. Can you show me? Like, and Dad's got out the paperwork, and the guy's like, oh, that's a really long drive from here. Are you sure you're in the right place? And like at that moment I've like gone, I wasn't really paying attention, and I've started listening like, what's going on? And the guy's like, Dad's like, what do you mean? He goes, that's a however many hour drive from here. Actually, I'm gonna check. Let's see how far, I'll see how far it actually is from where we were. Google Maps. Also didn't upload any videos because I did film one and it was really out of focus. So I've got my camera hooked up to my computer now so I can actually see if I'm in focus while I'm filming. Like, I do have a 70D, so it flips out, but from this far away it's hard to tell if you're in focus or not. Daytona Beach, Florida, United States. Directions. Okay, alright, I've got it. Alright, got into the taxi, because I'm pretty sure he said it was about this. Got into the taxi and the guy's like, are you sure you're at the right place? Dad's gone, yeah. Why? Can you take us to where we want to go? And he goes, yeah, that I can, but it's probably about a 12-hour drive. Literally a 12-hour drive. And I've just gone, where are we? And the taxi driver just points out the window at the front of the airport, and we're in Dayton, Ohio. Just let that sink in for a minute. If you're from America, you'll kind of know where Dayton, Ohio is, or I'm sure most people know where Ohio is and where Florida is. At that point, my dad was furious, which I totally understand. We jump out of the taxi. Dad's fuming, like he's that cranky it's not even funny. So Dad's like super duper cranky. We ran straight back into the airport, ran straight to a service desk and showed them our tickets, like, how did this happen, how did this happen? And the ladies were like laughing, because for them and for me now it's comical, but back then I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, this is not funny. Like, this is ridiculous. So I'm on my phone to my mum. My phone, like, I'm from Australia, calling from America. That phone, literally just dialing the number costs like $47,000. So I'm on my phone to my mum, bawling my eyes out, telling her what's going on. I'm like, we're in Ohio. I don't even know where Ohio is. Like, we're meant to be in Florida. I'm like, you need to ring the flight agency straight away. And she's like, look, it's 3 o'clock in the morning here. Like, I can't do anything. The lady at the flight desk was like, look, I can get you to Daytona Beach, it's not a problem, but I can't fly you out until whenever. Like, I think the flight, so by then it was like mid-afternoon, and she said she could fly us out the next afternoon or something. And we're like, okay. So my mum ended up ringing the like emergency flight center number. They've tried to work out what was going on, and what had happened was that Dayton and Daytona have the same initials, like D-A-Y or D-Y-T or something, and they've gone, that's what's happened, you should have checked and seen that it was like the wrong state. And I don't know the conversation my mum had because I wasn't there, but she goes like 0 to 100 like that, and I can imagine what she was saying to the person on the phone. Luckily, the ladies at the airport in Dayton had organised a hotel for us to stay at. Now, that weekend they had a huge air show on, and there was no accommodation, and my dad and I had to stay in this really fucking shitty hotel. Mind you, like, it was just like a really, really crappy situation. So Dad and I were like, let's just go to the bar and get a drink. Me and Dad not remembering that you have to be 21 to drink in America, and I wasn't 21. So Dad got blasted at the bar and then was talking to some pilot who was flying the next day, who was also like totally maggot. Woke up the next morning to the flight center where I booked my flights, ringing my phone. So I answered my phone, and it was a girl who booked my flights for me. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much for ringing me back. Like, you royally f***ed up. And she was practically laughing down the phone. I'm like, this is not funny. Like, I have an event I have to be at in 2 days. Like, I need to be there yesterday because I needed to practice. I need to prepare. Like, if I don't go good, I'm blaming you, blah, blah, blah. And she just was not taking it seriously at all. And then pretty much put all the blame back on me and my dad for not like verifying what she had booked. So I'm like, no, that is your job. Like, that is your job to book the flights. And ended up like saying to her, I'm like, I want to be reimbursed for at least for that domestic flight. I want some compensation for this. You guys should be paying for our hotel. We had to get a taxi, like blah, blah, blah. And she just wasn't having any of it. She's like, oh, no, not my fault. It wasn't my fault. You should have verified. Like, I read everything out. I'm like, yeah, you read it out. Daytona Beach. You didn't read out Dayton, Ohio. Like, that's not what you read out. Like, when I got like all the like tickets and shit off you a couple days before, like, I needed to be there yesterday because I needed to practice, I need to prepare. Like, if I don't go good, I'm blaming you, blah, blah, blah. And she just was not taking it seriously at all. And then pretty much put all the blame back on me and my dad for not like verifying what she had booked. So I'm like, no, that is your job. Like, that is your job to book the flight. And ended up like saying to her, I'm like, I want to be reimbursed for at least for that domestic flight. I want some compensation for this. You guys should be paying for our hotel. We had to get a taxi, like blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, no, not my fault. It wasn't my fault. You should have verified. Like, I read everything out. I'm like, yeah, you read it out Daytona Beach. You didn't read out Dayton, Ohio. Like, that's not what you read out. Like, when I got like all the like tickets and shit off you a couple days before we were flying out. So ended up hanging up on her. Dad and I went back to the airport and then flew down to Daytona Beach. And we were waiting at the airport for about an hour for our luggage to come out, and they had lost my sporting equipment. It was just like the cherry on top of everything. Sporting goods didn't come in until that afternoon, so I really lost like 3 days because this fucking idiot booked the wrong flight from Atlanta to Daytona Beach. She sent me to Ohio instead of Florida. The fucking idiot. Oh my god. Played in the event, ended up going okay, and then had to come back the next time a few months later to like qualify for something else. Ended up being okay, but how do you send someone to Ohio when they want to go to Florida is like beyond me. Ended up coming back from the trip and went straight up to Flight Center, and the girl was there. She was waiting for it, and then sat down with her, me, my mum, my dad, her and her manager, and literally the whole time they were just trying to not blame us, but they just kept saying, you should have verified it, you should have verified it. I'm like, I don't know what DYT means. Like, to me, that's Daytona. Like, I don't know how to read that stuff. So in the end, we were trying to get at least some of the flights paid for because we had to pay for the flights from Ohio to Florida ourselves. In the end, they ended up paying for just my domestic flight from Ohio to Florida and part of the accommodation and none of the taxi fare, and that's it. After that, I tell everyone this story, and for me now, like, it's kind of comical and pretty cool to see like a random part of America that I did not plan to see, but I end up seeing it anyway. Like, now it's funny, and I try and tell as many people as I possibly can because I don't want that to happen to them. Anyway, that's my story on the time that I was sent to Ohio instead of Florida. So yeah, that was a great time. Anyway, if you like this story, give us a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. Comment it below. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.